Twitch has definitely been a platform that has been heavily criticized due to their content policies. They have never made clear and concise rules for content creators to follow, and it leaves a lot of wiggle room for the people who run the site to ban who they want for minor reasons, but they can also choose to not ban people if they, of course, make Twitch enough money, or if they really like the content creator. And as a content creator myself, I like to have clear rules that are easy to understand, so if I create something, I will know if it will get me in trouble or not, but I guess since I'm not trying to break the rules, that's why I want clear guidelines. But Twitch has always been this way, and recently Projekt actually decided to join Twitch on a part-time basis. Now, she has only streamed there a couple of times, but after her first live stream, she was temporarily banned. Now, she and other Twitch moderators have not said why she was banned. The reasons are kind of unknown at this point. No one has said, oh, it was for X, Y, or Z, but she makes a lot of inappropriate jokes, her clothing may seem a bit too revealing, and there are a few other reasons that are speculated as to why she was temp banned, but there's a lot of reasons that could be, a factor in that decision. And there has also been a lot of negativity surrounding Melody. A lot of her fellow streamers on Chatterbait really don't like her, and even want her kicked off of the platform, so there is the possibility that other streamers on Twitch don't like her either, since she's pulled in huge numbers each of her streams. But what really fascinates me and what sparked this discussion was Twitch actually taking a swipe at her after they updated their nudity and sexual content guidelines by specifically adding in a section about augmented reality models, saying just because they're virtual doesn't mean they don't have to follow the guidelines. Of course they do. So there are two specific sections where it goes into detail about augmented reality avatars, and it says, we do not permit streamers to be fully or partially nude, including exposed genitals or buttocks. We do not permit the visible outline of genitals even when covered. Broadcasting nude or partially nude minors is always prohibited. And then it says, for those who present as women, we ask that you cover your nipples. We do not permit exposed underbust, and cleavage is unrestricted as long as these coverage requirements are met. And then it says, augmented reality avatars that translate real-life movements into digital characters are subject to these standards, as is cosplay and other costumes. For details on how this policy applies to IRL, outdoors and body art, please continue reading. And then it brings up the FAQ, which the first question under it is, how do the new rules about AR avatars impact my content if I stream a virtual reality sandbox game like VR Chat? And then it says, our policy on augmented reality avatars applies to content where cameras and software are used to capture a person's physical likeness and translate it into a digital overlay. VR Chat is categorized as a game on Twitch, and in-game virtual reality models are not subject to our policy on nudity and attire. This content must comply with our policy on nudity and sexual content in embedded media and games, however, so you may not modify your game to include nudity or make sexual elements a primary focus of your broadcast. After reading that, I'm sure that you can all tell that that was a clear as day swipe at Melody. Now, she is not the only 3D model on a site like Twitch, but she is a very high quality one. She has completely blown up in popularity, and she is the first 3D hentai model. Now, I understand that there are a few other models like her on the site, but this little section about augmented reality models most likely would have never been added if she hadn't started streaming streaming on the platform. I think that she and all of the other models know that they obviously have to follow the content policies. The same content policies, by the way, a lot of their other female streamers don't even follow or abide by. Maybe Twitch should crack down on them harder and not creators that are AR models, but that's all that I really had to talk about today. Do you think that this is a swipe at Melody? I personally do. I don't see any other reason why it would have been added to their terms of service and their content policies. But if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like and share it. And of course, if you did not, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, and I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.